Golfers, welcome back to the channel. One of the biggest issues I see with golfers who struggle with iron play, the club face gets severely open at the top of the backswing, and then we react to that. So the more the club face gets open at the top of the backswing, the more we have to release the club early, so that the right arm straightens too early, and we get an impact position where the grip end of the club goes back the way. We throw the wrists at the golf ball so the right arm starts to straighten abruptly before impact. All our weight is significantly behind the golf ball. We contact the ground before the golf ball. Be this golfer where we swing the club back with the shafts parallel to the ground. The grooves point too much towards the sky. There's the knuckles on the left wrist sky too early. Then we get to the top of the backswing, the club face gets severely open. Open the club face too early on in the takeaway where the grooves of the club face point too straight towards the sky. The back of the left wrist goes in an extended position where the knuckles point too much towards the sky. Then we get to the top of the backswing, we create too much of a cupping in this left wrist, so the knuckles and my left wrist get quite close to the wrist angle. Then from there, how do we get out of that position? We've got to swing over the top to square the club face up, or we hang back in order to flip that club face through impact. If you're this golfer, get the club face in a better position working back, so get that club face in a more stable position, a little bit more square to closed, which is going to help you hit your shots a little bit lower. It's also going to enable you to make ball turf contact. So the biggest issue here is the club face is open. The root cause of the problem here is the club face gets really open, and a symptom of that is our weight's hanging back behind the golf ball impact. Release the club too early so the right arm starts to straighten, the club hits the ground before impact. So here's a great drill you can implement within your practice to try and eradicate that issue. A great drill to eradicate that: place your right hand down the right hand side of the golf club. If you swing the club back and the club face gets severely open, your right palm is going to face towards the sky. So the main objective here is an exaggerated feeling. Swing the club back, try and keep your right palm straight down towards the ground in the takeaway. That's going to orientate the face in a little bit more closed position. And as we get to the top of the backswing, so the right palm is going to go down towards the ground, then it's going to face the sky at the top of the backswing. That is an exaggerated feeling which is going to allow you to close that club face. Remember, the problem stems from the club face getting really open. Use this simple drill: place your right hand down the right hand side of the grip. Swing the club back. If I open up the face, the right palm is going to go towards the sky too early. Swing the club back, right palm more on top of the golf club, right palm more towards the ground. That's going to orientate the face in a little bit more in a square to close position. Then as we get to the top of the backswing, hands balancing the weight of the club, that's going to get the club face in a little bit more closed position. Then as I come back down into impact, my right palm is then going to face the ground towards the ground. And the takeaway, it's going to go towards the sky, and then it's going to go back down towards the ground in the downswing. To master this movement, don't swing the club back, right palm goes too much towards the sky, club face gets really open. Right palm is going to go towards the ground and takeaway. Check the club halfway back, making sure the club face in a nice square to close position. Get to the top. Feel like your right hand is balancing the weight of the club at the top of the backswing. Check your position again. The left wrist is going into a flat, just like board position. Then as you come back down into impact, you feel like the right hand always stays on top of the golf club. So right hand's always staying on top of the golf club, and I feel like the hands are always leading the club head. Instead of me releasing it early, where the grip end goes back, top of the backswing, right palm towards the sky, then right palm towards the grip. That is a couple of great feelings. So swing the club back, grooves the club a little bit more down towards the ground. Swing the club to the top, right palm more towards the sky. Then as I come back down into impact, that's going to help me orientate the face a little bit more in a de-lofted position. It's going to allow me to add a little bit more shaft weight to square up my club face, and it's going to enable me to create ball turf contact. The club face is really open, we have to get out of that position of impact. Grip end of the club goes back the way, club face closes, we add lots of loft, and we struggle with contact issues. So right palm towards the ground, right palm towards the sky. So right palm's more on top of the shaft, I've got a little bit more lean in the handle forward. So halfway back, right palm to the ground, top of the backswing, right palm to the sky. That's going to flatten out my left wrist. Then as we come into impact, the knuckles of my left hand are turning down towards the ground. As I come into impact, the knuckles of my left hand are facing the ground a little bit earlier. That's going to help me stabilise that club face, and it's going to enable me to hit slightly more down with my iron shots and create a little bit more of a ball turf contact combination. So right palm to the ground, right palm to the sky, knuckles of my left hand to the ground. Checkpoint number 1, right palm to the ground. Checkpoint 2, right palm to the sky. And then checkpoint number 3, the knuckles of my left hand facing the ground. That's going to allow me to get the hands a little bit more ahead compared to the club head. It's going to enable me to create ball turf contact.